going to talk about why you keep pain shopping after infidelity. You might keep checking his phone, looking through emails or checking his browser history on his computer. You might be checking his social media or his friend's social media, or replaying every detail, trying to figure out what really happened. You're not crazy, and you're not obsessed. Your brain might be trying to solve a threat that it no longer feels safe ignoring. Today, we're going to talk about something that many betrayed women experience after discovery. It's what's often called pain shopping. I call it becoming a detective, being that investigative reporter. And honestly, betrayed women make very good detectives, because once that betrayal is shattered, your nervous system begins searching desperately for safety and clarity and truth. Welcome to Restored Heart Coaching. I'm Karen Crawford, a Christ-centered betrayal trauma coach, and for more than 25 years I've had the privilege of walking alongside thousands of women recovering from intimate betrayal. And one of the most misunderstood trauma responses after betrayal is pain shopping. Many women feel ashamed of it. They tell me, I know I shouldn't check. I hate that I do this. I feel consumed by needing to know what is on that computer, what's in his text threads. Pain shopping isn't about control, it's about survival. Because after betrayal, your brain realizes the person I trusted most was hiding very important information, very important truths from me. And once that happens, your nervous system begins constantly scanning for danger. I remember one woman telling me how she used to trust her husband. She never looked through his stuff, never checked his pockets. She trusted her husband completely. But one night she found messages that she was never meant to see. And suddenly everything changed. She began checking his phone records, his credit card statements, his deleted folders, his location apps, and social media, especially his follows and posts, friends' posts. She laughed softly one day and she said, and I hear this a lot, she said, I could probably work for the FBI now. But then her eyes filled with tears, because underneath all that detective work was something much deeper. It was fear. Fear that there was more that she didn't know. Fear that she couldn't find everything. Fear that her reality could shift again without warning. Fear that she could not emotionally survive another discovery, another affair, another text message, another business trip that really wasn't a business trip. And this is where many betrayed women especially live after betrayal. They're caught between desperately wanting peace and desperately needing the truth. And I use the term women. I know that there are plenty of men out here in this audience who have been betrayed also. And I want you to know I see you. I hear you. I know your stories. And they're not too unlike the women that I work with. So why do we become detectives? Before betrayal, your brain had a working model of safety. You believed this relationship is trustworthy. This person is honest. My world makes sense. And discovery shatters that model. Now the brain is beginning to try to rebuild reality. And it does this by gathering information. And that's why many betrayed women feel, or why many betrayed women will often investigate those inconsistencies. They'll monitor his behavior, his words, making sure that his words line up with his actions. They search devices. They replay conversations in their mind all the time. They analyze stories. They analyze what happened in the past, what was true and what was not. They look for hidden meaning. When he said this, did he really mean this? Your nervous system is trying to make sense of all of this. It's trying to answer one question: am I safe? And pain shopping often begins because the original discovery created a profound shock. And unfortunately, many women later discover that there was more, that they were being lied to repeatedly. And then that reinforces their hypervigilance. The brain learns, I can't afford to miss anything again. Let's talk about the trauma brain and that information seeking. Betrayal trauma changes the way the brain processes danger. After discovery, many women experience hypervigilance and intrusive thoughts, nervous system activation, and compulsive information seeking. The brain mistakenly believes, if I can just gather enough information, I will finally feel safe. But here's the painful part. That pain shopping rarely creates lasting safety. Instead, it creates more anxiety, more emotional flooding, more nervous system exhaustion, because betrayal trauma creates an impossible tension. You're terrified to know, and yet you're terrified not to know. So why can't you just stop? Many women have said that they feel very frustrated with themselves. They say, I know this detective work hurts me. I know that continual pain shopping hurts me. So why do I keep doing it? It's because trauma responses are not primarily logical. They're protective. One woman once told me, every time he picked up his phone, my stomach dropped. Every time a certain notification came in, or he was late coming home from work, or he had a business trip. Not because she wanted drama or was looking for drama, not because she was controlling. It's because her body remembered the danger. And once betrayal has occurred, ordinary moments begin feeling emotionally threatening. That's trauma. When does pain shopping become harmful? I want to speak gently but honestly here. While in your investigative behaviors make sense after betrayal, eventually they become emotionally exhausting if they're constant. Women have trouble getting through their day, homeschooling their kids, getting their housework done, being present for friends, being able to connect their brain at work, and being able to focus on what needs to be done. They realize I'm living in investigation mode. And living in that constant hypervigilance keeps the nervous system trapped in survival mode. And you deserve more than surviving. You deserve healing. That doesn't mean ignoring the red flags. It doesn't mean blind trust. And it certainly doesn't mean silencing your intuition. But healing often involves learning how to move from that constant scanning to a grounded discernment. So, what actually creates safety? Safety isn't created through more detective work or better detective work alone. Safety will grow through truth, through consistency, through transparency, accountability, through empathy, and through his recovery work and yours also. And this is what's most important. That burden of rebuilding the safety belongs to the betraying spouse, not the betrayed partner. A healthy recovering partner begins proactively offering that transparency, honesty, accountability, and emotional reassurance without the defensiveness, without the darvo, without minimizing. And simultaneously, betrayed women begin reconnecting with themselves. They connect with their intuition, their voice, their boundaries, their connection with God. Healing's not about becoming less aware. It's about becoming more grounded. So let's look at a compassionate reframe. If you have been pain shopping, checking, investigating, searching for clues, your nervous system is trying to protect you. Your reactions make sense. You're dealing with betrayal trauma. This is real. And while healing may eventually reduce the need to constantly scan for danger, your body's not crazy for responding this way after trust was shattered. So if this video resonated with you in any way, was educational or helpful, and you have identified that you need further support, deeper support, Brave Warriors is my Christ-centered 12-step intensive for women who are recovering from intimate betrayal. Whether you learned about your discovery date was 5 hours ago, 5 weeks ago, 5 years ago, if you are still in that activated stage, Brave Warriors will help you to get through it. And inside this group, we work on betrayal trauma education and nervous system stabilization. We spend a lot of time working on boundaries, talk about triggers, grief, emotional healing, and rebuilding safety after betrayal. These groups are small, 8 or less, and they are deeply supportive. I hold groups in the spring, winter, and fall, and you can learn more at restoredheartcoaching.com. And if this video helped you today, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to Restored Heart Coaching so that more women can find support and healing. You are not alone, and healing is possible.